And a federal judge has ruled the woman alleged. The woman says at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name. But the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, his attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named, and if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit altogether.
Morgan Norwood, thank you. And Tony Busby, the lawyer representing Jay-Z and Diddy's accuser, says in a statement to ABC News, quote, "I will say that the coordinated and desperate efforts to attack me as counsel for alleged victims are falling flat. We won't be bullied or intimidated." And we did reach out to Jay-Z and his team, but did not get a response.
Jay-Z isn't just a master of the music charts. He knows how to stir things up in a courtroom, too. His ongoing legal battle with Texas attorney Tony Busby has evolved into a high-profile public spectacle, capturing headlines and sparking fierce debates in both the entertainment and legal arenas. This showdown escalated dramatically when Jay-Z fought back with a lawsuit, turning the tables on Busby after weeks of media drama and heavy accusations.
Me into a breakdown. That's what I find so interesting. They're all saying that you guys are exploiting a mentally ill woman, but then they sit there and bash and harass and lie and put it out. Channel after channel after channel, they're all working in tandem. Someone actually came through my chat earlier today and said, "Jag, what do you think about Make It Make Sense?" My answer, he doesn't make sense.
Whoa.
Because if he was a credible anything, there's no way he could be consorting with someone named Andre Turner Jr., who took Storm Monroe's edited AI video to try to make it sound like I said that Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't. And he took credit for it with media takeout.
Yeah, the weaponization of information and narrative, okay, in this day and age is the silver bullet that these individuals tend to go to. And when you talk about, people bringing in the scenario of you being manipulated or used by a channel, okay, that's called taking out three birds with one stone. That is trying to get more bang for their buck. If you see,
they hit me, they hit you, and they stop the real information from coming through.
Yeah.
They're not even, Jack, they're not even worth giving your attention to. You're such a powerful voice with so many followers, and your biggest follower, I'm going to put him on the screen. Yeah. Can you identify what that photo is?
Can you identify
That's his son. That's Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Ziggy, y'all.
I love it. I I'm telling you, 4 more years and we're going to be a band.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a tambourine. He's going to get a banjo, and we going to do it. Purple Rain. I can't wait. I'm going to teach him all the lyrics and everything.
That's Sean's son watching.
This is the energy. This is the energy we need. Ron started out on quite a heavy question. Well,
I think it might have something to do with the live that I did just before I sat with you. I had to get all that slime off me. I had to take a shower.
I'll be honest, Jag. I was live with Beverly Rhodes and some of the most incredible individuals that I have ever met in my life. Jag, you have no idea the people that I've met this evening, right? And we're not going to go into this now, but you're going to meet them all. But I just want to remind you.
You're going to make sure of it.
Listen, Jag, like, I think I'm pretty prepared for information, right?
Oh, I know you are.
Every week on this show with Beverly, I turn into a gibbering
Then shocking, it all started with shocking allegations that left everyone reeling. Jane Doe, represented by Tony Busby, accused both Jay-Z and Diddy Combs of a horrific crime dating back to when she was just 13 years old. These allegations sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, but Jay-Z wasn't about to remain silent. He immediately denied the claims. Standing strong and resolute showed that he had more power than he knew.
Right? And I don't even try to hide it, right? Because the truth, well, the way you speak about your truth and the way these individuals and these ladies and these gentlemen speak about theirs, it's a power, it's an energy, it's a frequency that resonates, and there's a reason for all that. And Friday, Jaguar is coming back for her Off-World DNA with Azria. For those of you who maybe missed it, we just done Big Homies on Monday night.
Yeah, that was intense.
It was mad watching Big Homie, like, because I went through exactly what Big Homie went through. Those moments where he's sitting normal and then a sentence is finished and he's just like, you're going to be the same, and I can't wait for it. So make sure you guys are all prepared.
I don't know if that's true. And the only reason that I say that is because I live in that realm daily. I come here and I visit Earth. I live somewhere else. I guess that's part of the reason why I'm able to deal with all of the things that I deal with in real time the way that I can, because I have a bird's eye view.
Okay.
I'm always seeing things from another side.
I need to make a statement.
What's your bird's eye view of the NBC interview with this Jane Doe?
It was a hit piece. And I'm sure it was ordered by Rupert Murdoch, allegedly. NBC is probably one of the most compromised networks in American media. You know, when I think about Law and Order SVU, season 12, episode 9, that they replaced, which was the story of what happened to Natanya Rubin, turned into entertainment. That was done to take the life and the real potency out of what actually happened to her and to turn it into nothing more than entertainment. When I think about that episode being aired like that.
In a bold move, Jay-Z didn't just deny the accusations, he went on the offensive. He accused Tony Busby of defamation and extortion, labeling the lawyer's actions as a deliberate attempt to destroy his career, reputation, and family life. The language in his legal filing was sharp and unyielding, with Jay-Z's team claiming that Busby had essentially claimed to place a gun to Mr. Carter's head. The ultimatum was clear: pay up or face public humiliation and destruction.
Tonight, Jay-Z's attorney filing a letter to the judge to dismiss the rape lawsuit against his client, citing an NBC News exclusive that found inconsistencies with the accuser's story.
You should always advocate for yourself.
It comes after our interview with a 38-year-old mother from Alabama who accuses Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Jay-Z. She was 13 years old. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward? Because I think that I've been quiet long enough.
She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party. She says at the party, she spoke to musician Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo. It's the Last Supper.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative for the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at that time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. She says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up.
We rode home in silence. She didn't ask me what happened.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. I feel like I would remember that, and I don't, he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said, in remembering what happened 24 years ago. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me. In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said, this incident didn't happen. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. A representative for Combs called the suit a shameless money grab.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out.
Chloe Malas, NBC.
But Jay-Z wasn't interested in settling. In fact, he made it crystal clear, stating emphatically, no, I will not give you one red penny. This wasn't just about money for him. It was about principle. Jay-Z was determined not to let false accusations tarnish his name without a fight. He stood firm, showing that he would not back down in the face of injustice.
Legendary rapper Jay-Z is denying an allegation.
Yeah, an anonymous accuser identified only as Jane Doe made the accusation in a civil lawsuit on Sunday. It happened after she was driven to an MTV Video Music Awards after party back in 2000. In a statement to NBC News, Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, called the accusation idiotic, adding, quote, these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever should commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Attorneys representing Combs also dismissed the lawsuit, calling it a shameless publicity stunt. Combs is currently behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center after federal prosecutors
some of this for us. Danny, good to have you with us. These are serious allegations. Tell us a little more about what accusations the accuser is making here that happened back in 2000 and just typically how a case like this then would play out in a civil court proceeding.
According to the amended complaint, and when I file amended complaints, it's because new information has come up. Maybe there are new defendants and new claims, and that's sort of what's happening here, but I'll explain the difference. This amended complaint alleges that this 13-year-old plaintiff, when she was 13, wanted to go to the VMA Awards, couldn't get in. A limo driver says, come on in, and I'm paraphrasing, you look like you're Diddy's type or something like that. She gets in, she goes to
The drama didn't end there. According to Jay-Z's lawsuit, Busby took his client's story to the media before even verifying its credibility. Jay-Z argued that this was a calculated attempt to pressure him into a settlement. The rapper accused Busby of intentionally defaming him to gain leverage, a strategy that spectacularly backfired, only strengthening Jay-Z's resolve to fight back.
Party, and originally she had alleged, obviously, Diddy or Combs. Now, there isn't really a new defendant in Jay-Z. What the complaint alleges is that somebody that they had originally referred to as, say, Celebrity A, now they're naming as Jay-Z. And so they allege that Jay-Z and Combs were involved in the assault, then 13-year-old plaintiff. So Jay-Z was technically already in the complaint. He just wasn't identified.
Walk us through that point that was in Jay-Z's statement there about changing the type of lawsuit here, civil versus criminal.
So Jay-Z essentially is saying, hey, if you're going to bring this case, this sounds like a criminal complaint. I dare you basically to go file a criminal complaint. And what's interesting, too, is that according to the complaint, the plaintiffs explained the reason that they decided to name Jay-Z was allegedly Jay-Z had pushed back on the filing of this complaint. So it's almost like a kind of, hey, if you're going to push us, we're going to name you in this complaint instead of just saying that you're Celebrity A. That's a little bit problematic because if he wasn't a party originally, if he was just Celebrity A, and now the only difference is because Jay-Z pushed back, It raises a question as to what exactly Jay-Z did as a party, but that will all be worked out in discovery.
And talk about what does happen next then with all this.
Well, when you file a civil complaint in federal court, the next steps are very clearly laid out in procedure, but they're not that exciting. The court will get together, the parties get together, they figure out a discovery plan, and then months out, the parties start exchanging discovery, paperwork, documents, and then months beyond that, they start having depositions. But in the civil complaint context, the opening salvo is the filing of the pleading. And then after that, it's mostly quiet until we get to depositions, which are usually not in the public. And then years from now, in federal court, maybe a year and a half, then you get to trial.
Imagine this. Busby went on a media blitz, appearing on every platform that would have him. He claimed to have a long list of names of people in the entertainment industry involved in terrible conduct. And one of those names he eagerly announced was Jay-Z. The lawyer even suggested that these individuals should be prosecuted and put underneath the jail. These public statements painted Jay-Z in a criminal light, severely damaging his reputation and escalating the stakes in this already explosive legal battle.
You should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did ruin or run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed
and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet, but it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof juggle ball. The world's on fire. The fire is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs's limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have about his tattoo that's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background. So it was just something to talk about.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at the time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy.
Jay-Z's lawsuit described these actions as a coordinated smear campaign, accusing Busby of using the media as a weapon to manipulate public opinion. For a man who has built a legacy on his artistry and business acumen, these attacks weren't just personal, they were a direct threat to everything he had worked for. The rapper made it clear that Busby's tactics weren't just damaging his reputation, they were undermining his entire empire.
what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, "I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind," he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said that she stands by her statements. "I have made some mistakes," she said. "Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me." The inconsistencies in her account of an incident alleged to have happened 24 years ago does not necessarily mean the allegations are false. The accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, said, "Because we have interrogated her intensely, she has even agreed to submit to a polygraph. This has been extremely distressing for her, to the point she has experienced seizures and had to seek medical treatment due to the stress." In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said this incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. "True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory."
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
Yeah, I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out than I am of, being chastised by their fans.
All right, Chloe Malas joining us now live. Chloe, we just heard a very strongly worded statement from Jay-Z. What else are you hearing from him and his team?
Yes, so his attorney said that they're going to ask the court to, quote, dismiss this frivolous case. And also moments ago, we heard from Diddy's legal team, and I want to read you some of what they said. They said, quote, "This is the beginning of the end of this shameful money grab." And remember, he remains behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan.
Busby, of course, didn't take these accusations lying down. He called Jay-Z's lawsuit frivolous and claimed it would be dismissed, saying, "This is just another attempt to bully and intimidate me. It just won't work." The lawyer positioned himself as the victim, insisting he had never spoken ill of Jay-Z. But let's be real, his media appearances and bold claims tell a very different story. His actions in the public eye contradicted his defense, revealing the deliberate strategy to escalate the situation.
Rapper and mogul Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter. A new The suit claims the alleged assault happened after the Video Music Awards in 2000, the year Jay-Z was nominated for Big Pimpin'. The mogul, husband of megastar Beyonce, calling the accusation heinous. Now his lawyers also firing back, saying these are false, unfounded allegations. The lawsuit was originally filed in October against Combs, Jay-Z's longtime friend, and an unnamed Celebrity A. But now it has been refiled, naming Celebrity A as Jay-Z.
There is nothing unusual about the timing other than the fact that the client authorized us to amend the lawsuit and name Jay-Z as a defendant.
The anonymous woman, who was 13 at the time, described in the lawsuit as being drugged and raped at an MTV VMAs afterparty she says Combs hosted, as an unnamed female celebrity watched. Now Jay-Z accusing the woman's attorney of trying to blackmail him in a demand letter, suggesting the attorney had tried to seek a settlement first.
These kinds of demand letters are sent on a daily basis across the United States, and attempting to attack me to take the focus off of the alleged perpetrator won't work, and it won't intimidate us.
Sean Combs remains behind bars awaiting trial on various federal charges, including sex trafficking, which he has pleaded not guilty. Busby has filed a string of civil suits against Combs, which Combs' attorneys have dismissed as shameless publicity stunts.
And Chloe, we don't know the identity of the accuser, which was the crux of a filing today.
That's exactly right, Lester. The accuser is currently listed as Jane Doe in the lawsuit, but just hours ago, Jay-Z's attorney filed a motion demanding that her identity be revealed or have this case completely dismissed. Now, ultimately, this will be the judge's decision, but it's also possible that the accuser, who is now an adult, could come forward and reveal her identity on her own, Lester.
Right. This isn't the first time Busby has found himself in a high-profile legal battle, but taking on Jay-Z is a whole different ballgame. Jay-Z isn't just any celebrity. He's a cultural icon, a billionaire, and someone who has faced adversity time and time again. He knows how to navigate tough situations, and this case is no exception. With his experience and resilience, Jay-Z is fully equipped to handle this legal storm, and he's made it clear that he's not backing down.
A Video Music Awards after party in 2000. In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" He added, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people." Joining us now, Joey Jackson, senior legal analyst and criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. There's a lot to unpack here. Joey, I want to start with just the statement from Jay-Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it. It's long, where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
So based on the allegations, Jessica, good morning, good to see you. I think that it certainly could be. Why do I say that? Now, he, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement.
Yeah.
He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, raped her, and that, of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors. And if true, right, you could pursue it criminally. Now, with respect to the evidentiary value, yes, it happened 24 years ago, right, more than 24 years ago. But in the allegations, there's a few things. Number one, there's allegation that another celebrity was present at the time, right, in addition to other people. Number two, there's the claim by the victim, right, that she left, that she went and she was seen by a gas attendant who saw her in distress. Number three, that she phone called her dad, who showed up, the 13-year-old, and now removed her. So civil complaint, simply allegations, needs to be proven in a court of law, but if true, it could rise to the level of criminality, and, you know, we'll see what happens, or if the DA looks and investigates.
So what happens now?
So what happens now is this is simply a civil complaint, and in a civil complaint, it goes through the technical.
For Jay-Z, this isn't just about clearing his name. It's about sending a message. False accusations, especially ones as serious as these, can have devastating consequences. By suing Busby, Jay-Z is taking a stand not only for himself, but for anyone who has been the target of baseless claims. He's showing that no one, no matter how powerful or influential, should tolerate being unjustly attacked without facing repercussions.